Good afternoon, guys. Roland here from OldIrish Gaming. It is Sunday, the 25th of the 4th, 2021. I wanted to take a bit of an opportunity today to look at real-world pricing for Earth 2 tiles. Um, as you know, I do the pricing Monday to Friday, different regions of the world, and we take reference prices. You know, what are the tiles worth on the actual game or in the actual ecosystem. But we have to take into account that those actual prices are not really the prices that things are selling for on the marketplace. So let's go. Let's look. We're going to have a quick look at the top 10 expensive tiles and the bottom 10 or the 10 cheapest tiles on Earth 2. People often ask me, well, Ronan, should I buy expensive tiles when I start playing E2, or should I buy cheap tiles? And I always say you should buy cheap tiles. And they kind of go, why? And I go, well, there's more value in cheap tiles. You'll make more money in the long run. They appreciate quicker and they're discounted less. And quite often on YouTube, there's a lot of people disagree with me and they go, oh, no, it's stupid. You should be buying expensive tiles. I want to show you today why I say you should be buying cheaper tiles. So, as we know, number one in the region is the United States of America. It's the most expensive place. And you're paying $56.60 a tile. That's the going rate, 56.60. I actually have it on my chart as 56.43, a couple of pence in the difference. But if you went to sell your Class 1 tiles for America, how much are you actually going to get for them? You're not going to get anywhere near 56.60. You're going to get substantially less. So if we discount it, I looked at the top three values from each of these Class 1s. So this first one here, it's minus 62%, minus 62%, and minus 56%. So respectively then, well, I bring in my chart. I built a bit of a chart on this for you. If we look at America, 56.43 I have as the retail, the reference value, and on Class 1, and these are just for Class 1 tiles. The maths are going to change for Class 2 and Class 3 tiles. But for Class 1 tiles, if you were selling your Class 1 tiles in the United States of America, the top three here in the marketplace are selling for $21.02, $21.43, and $24.44 respectively. So the average of those three sales per tile price is $22.30. So if you sell your tiles, you're going to experience a 60% discount in your tile value. So you're not going to get 56.43, or you're not going to get 56.60, realistically speaking, if you sell them on the marketplace. You're going to get 22.30. And that's just a small sample size that I've worked out here today. It's the three top Class 1 tiles. So it's a 60% discount. So say you would bought South Korean tiles, and the market value today is in or around 18.30. The top three sales listings for Class 1 tiles on the marketplace is $11.79, $12.34, and $13 respectively. That gives you an average price of $12.38. So you're going to have a 32% discount. So you're going to be down 32%. So your tile that's worth $18.30, you're actually going to sell it for $12.38. Italian tiles, 16.47. We apply the same thing. The top three listed properties for sale, they're selling for $5.30, $5.82, $5.83. The average of that is $5.65. You're going to take almost a 66% discount. So you're not going to get 16.47 or anywhere close to it. You're going to get in or around 5.65. And that's a 65% discount. If you've UK tiles, 13.81 is the reference price. They're going to sell for in around 6.42 today, and you're going to take a 53.5% discount. You're going to have to give it if you want to sell them. In Australia, they're 11.81 is the reference price for tiles, but they're selling for in or around 4.26. And again, these are just for Class 1 tiles. This is how I built this study. So you're going to take a 64% discount. If you're selling Dubai tiles, which are trading at 11.47, you're going to sell them for in or around 3.76. You're going to take a 67% discount as a seller, or you're going to experience a 67% discount as a buyer. If you have German tiles, which are today reference value 10.83, they're going to sell, Class 1 tiles are selling for 4.14 on the market. That's a 62% discount. Canadian tiles are 9.44 today on the market. They're selling for 4.15, and that's a 56% discount. French tiles at 781 is the reference price, selling for 451. That's a 42% discount. The best tiles, the best expensive tiles, if you must buy expensive tiles, if you want to buy expensive tiles because you think they're better value, I would urge you to buy Chinese tiles. It is the best of a bad lot. The reference price, the tile price today is 765, but they're selling for 685. So you're only going to take a 10% discount. Now you compare that with, what's the worst there? The worst is Dubai, 67% discount. China is only a 10% discount. This gives us a real idea of the actual working values of these tiles. The reference prices that I give you every day, they're not the actual market price. So you need to be aware of that. Now, if you follow my advice and you go, oh, well, yeah, I heard your man Ronan talking on Old Irish Gaming and he said, you're probably better off to buy cheap tiles. Well, let me tell you why I think that. Here's the 10 cheapest tiles on Earth 2. So Guinea-Bissau, they're selling for 51 cents a tile. That's the reference value. If you just buy tiles off the game, it's 51 cents. But if you're selling Class 1 tiles today, you'll get 52, 53, 53, which is an average of 53 cents. You're going to be up 3%. So you're going to actually get a premium price for those Class 1 tiles. If you're selling tiles from Burundi, you're going to pay a 16% premium. You're going to pay 20%, I beg your pardon, you're going to pay a 20% premium, so you're going to pay 20% extra just to buy them. Now, of course, the fly in the ointment is Comoros Islands. If you could buy Class 1 Comoros Islands today, they're selling at 50 cents, you will be able to buy them at 42 cents. So you have to do your research and figure this out. If you're selling Norfolk Island, which is trading at 49 cents, you want to buy Class 1 tiles, you will have to pay a premium. You'll have to pay 60 cents for those Class 1 tiles. For Dominica, you will pay a 21% premium. For St. Kitts and Nevis, you will pay a 27% premium. For Pitcairn Island, you will pay a 63% premium. So now that's interesting. You can buy Pitcairn tiles, if there's any left, for 48 cents. But if you want to buy Class 1, you're going to pay 78 cents. You're going to pay a 63% premium. You know? If you buy Nui, you're going to pay a 10% premium for Class 1. If you buy Montserrat, you're going to pay 11% premium. And if you buy Anguilla, you're going to pay a 27% premium. So by premium, I mean you're going to pay above the reference price. They're the cheap tiles. So if you're selling Class 1 cheap tiles, there's a couple of things to consider. One, you're going to get a premium when you sell them. You're going to sell them above reference price. They're going to appreciate quicker, because it takes less money to push up their prices than it does for the big tiles, and there's generally more value in it. It is more speculative, but at the moment this is the way it looks, and this is a quick study on Class 1 tiles just to show you why I think and say the things I do. It's not just off the top of my head I'm saying it. If you must buy, as I say, the most expensive ones, the more expensive ones, the Chinese tiles are by and far the best tiles. It's a 10% discount, and Dubai is, a 67% discount if you're selling them. So really, what is a Dubai tile worth? It's worth 376. The reference price might be 1147, but you cannot get that in the market. You'll get 376 for that Dubai tile. Chinese tile, the reference price is 765, and you'll get 732 in the market, which is, not too bad. But, if you look at something like, if you're selling Pitcairn Island tiles, which are reference price 48 cents, you're going to get 78 cents in the market. So where do you want to put your money? Maybe next week I might do something similar to this and look at Class 2 tiles, and I think that'll tell a different story again. But that's it for today. I just wanted to share the way I'm thinking about pricing on Earth 2. And just to let you see, of course, when it comes to realistic pricing, it's what people will pay rather than just the reference price of a thing. So it's important that we look in the market and keep an eye on the market. It's something I'm going to try and do a little bit more of, keep you up to date with market prices and where we are with it. But I would certainly say to you, if you're new coming to Earth 2, should I buy expensive tiles or cheap tiles? I think you should buy cheap tiles. That's my own opinion, and it's certainly borne out today when we look at this little study. And it is a small sample, and somebody say, oh, well, that's not realistic and it's a small sample. It is a small sample. I'm not going to spend 100 hours building it. But it is a small sample, but it is a realistic sample. The cheaper tiles will give you a higher yield in the long run. So guys, listen, thanks very much for listening to me. I hope it made sense. If you have any questions, by all means, stick them into the comments. If you haven't subscribed, would you please subscribe? And if you're involved in R2, you really know what you need. You really need to know what price things are and what realistically they're priced at. And I'll do my best to tell you that as we go forward. As always, please leave a like as well. It helps the YouTube algorithm to keep us going. Keep the lights on in the office. Listen, thanks for listening to me, guys. I'll be back again tomorrow, Monday, with the European pricing, and I look forward to talking to you then. Take care. Bye-bye.